Iran has announced to respond after it blamed Israel of bombing its embassy complex in Syria. The air attack destroyed the consulate building in the capital Damascus, Syria, killing 7 officials including Mohammad Reza Zahedi, a top general in Iran's elite Revolutionary Guards, and his deputy commander Mohammad Hadi Haji Rahimi and others. According to Iran, Zahedi, a former general of the Irgs ground forces, Air Force, and the deputy commander of its overseas operations, is the most high-profile Iranian target killed since the assassination of General Qasem Soleimani in Baghdad in 2020. Iran and Syria accused Israel of the attack, with Tehran warning of a serious response, and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah saying the attack will be met with punishment and revenge. Iran also affirmed it would hold the United States answerable due to its backing of Israel. Iran said 7 Revolutionary Guards, including 2 generals, killed in Damascus attack. The 7 include General Mohammad Reza Zahedi, the top commander of the Quds Force in Syria, and his deputy, General Mohammad Haj Rahimi. Zahedi was the head of Quds Force operations in Lebanon and Syria. Revolutionary Guards Hossein Amanullah, Sayyid Mahdi Jalalati Mohsen, Sadakat, Ali Babai, and Sayyid Ali Salehi Ruzbahani are also on the list of dead. According to our intelligence, this is no consulate and this is no embassy. Israel Defense Forces spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari said, "I repeat, this is no consulate and this is no embassy. This is a military building of Quds forces disguised as a consulate compound in Damascus." Israeli officials have acknowledged that Israel carried out the attack, the New York Times reported. The America considers its own embassies and consulates abroad, as well as foreign countries' embassies and consulates in the U.S. to have a special status. According to the U.S. State Department, an attack on an embassy is considered an attack on the country it represents. Israel's war in Gaza has killed more than 33,000 people in the besieged enclave, wrought widespread destruction, and brought more than 1 million people to the brink of a man-made famine. While Israel has been attacking Iran and its proxies in Syria, its latest strike in Damascus is a significant escalation due to fact of the location and the target, the consulate building, which includes the ambassador's residence and is located next to the Iranian embassy, is considered sovereign Iranian territory. This is perhaps the first time that the Zionist regime allows itself to attack an official building of the Iran embassy, which had the flag of the Islamic Republic raised on top of it, said Iran's ambassador to Syria, Hossein Akbari. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman warned that Tehran preserves the right to take reciprocal measures and will deliver the response and punishment against the aggressor. And the Iran's foreign minister, Hossein Amir Abdullahian, called the airstrike a violation of all international obligations and conventions that demanded a serious response from the international community. Amir Abdullahian also held the United States responsible given its support for Israel increasing strain between Tehran and Washington. The United States should be answerable, Iran's top diplomat said in a message on X. Tehran called the Swiss Chargé d'Affaires to discuss the incident. Amir Abdullahian added, Switzerland represents U.S. interests in Iran. The dimensions of the Israeli regime's terrorist attack and crime were explained, and the American administration's responsibility underlined. The foreign minister Amir Abdullahian said. Syrian Foreign Minister Faisal Mekdad called the strike as a gross violation of international rules, especially the Vienna Convention. Analysts say fallouts of the consulate attack could be a rise in strikes by Iran's proxies, particularly against U.S. troops. We may see an increase of strikes by Iraqi groups and Syrian militias against American bases, and that would mean that the Israeli strike on Iran actually puts a target on the American troops in the region, Trita Parsi, executive vice president at the Quincy Institute. Militia in Iraq and Syria have launched strikes targeting American military positions in those countries. 3 American troops were killed in a U.S. outpost in Jordan near the Syrian border. Houthi militia have launched strikes on commercial ships and Western military vessels in the Red Sea, involving 15% total international trade. As the region braces for an Iranian response, Tehran is under pressure to show power in the wake of the consulate attack while not drawing the Middle East into a wider war. It has also increased fears that Israel's war in Gaza could become a wider regional conflict. Hezbollah warned that Israel would pay for the consulate airstrikes and hailed Zahedi and others as great martyrs. Hezbollah announced the assassination would not stop the roaring tide of people's resistance and that Israel would face punishment and revenge. In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is also facing increasing pressure domestically to release the hostages taken captive in Gaza war.